Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Thursday, the 21st of February. So, starting off with the euro dollar, and from a daily perspective, what we got here then? Well, we ended up with a bit of a horrible doji looking bar. We broke the 21. It looked like that was holding for a little while, but as I said yesterday, I wondered if it'd push up towards that 50 and maybe even break it. Still got a chance of it. I mean, of course, it failed yesterday. It was sort of mixed news with the US data out later on, the FMC report, etc. But hardly moving the market too much. This 4-hourly chart really sums it up quite well in terms of the consolidation phase we're really effectively going through, shown by that doji candle. Bring it down to the hourlies. Well, daily pivot's been hit. The price sold off sharply a short while ago from a 60-minute point of view, but bounced off the lows there. In the general terms, looking at this, lows, main lows here still higher, main highs still higher, high lows, high highs would suggest that we could still be in a bit of an upward trend. In the shorter term time frames here, we've got lower highs coming through, so a bit of a mixed bag, but we've seen those come through, these sort of lower highs previously here, and then being broken. So it's just a really choppy market, seriously choppy market. In fact, most of the upward surges are on, apart from this one back here, most of these are just single moves, pushed up because of news, and then it sold its way back off again. But all the same, as I said, the intermediate time frame here, we're in a bit of an upward trend, so maybe they need to bear that in mind. Okay, so personally, I'm more likely to look on the long side, although got to be careful. This morning, 8:15, we've got the French services and manufacturing, the flash figures coming out, PMI. And then 8:30 we've got the German data out. At 9 o'clock we've got the European numbers, but it's really the 8:15, 8:30 that will get the most weighting, of course. So we'll see what comes from that, but that may give us the guidance for the day. Okay, so it's hard to say until we get those numbers out. So the pound, let's have a look at the pound. I'll adapt my trading for the numbers, in other words. Right, so the pound here, well, good solid move up over the last few days, up until yesterday. Again, this spinning top bar that sort of put in there lots of indecision and talk about whether they'll get anything sorted on it, and there's more talk about potential hard Brexit. Well, I think a lot of this talk goes just to just position. It wouldn't take much to get an agreement, and that could see the pound rally back up to the sort of 132 area quite easily in a day. But it's got to get there first, and it's got to be agreed. And in the shorter time frames, well, we've probably got a bit of RSI divergence kicking through here on the 4 hourlies. We had it yesterday initially on the hourlies, and it rolled a bit. Similar sort of situation here at the moment, not really triggered until it breaks this 30-12 area. To be fair, it could just still push on. So look down to the 60-minute time frame, and there was the divergence yesterday. It pulled back to the pivot there, bounced off the pivot, headed up for the R1, didn't quite make it yesterday. May see another attempt. At the moment it's pushing up. It looks like it's got the daily pivot above us, and well, subject to this morning's moves, it may push up there. If it breaks yesterday's lows there, then that divergence is really that we could see on the upper time frame is in play, and we may see a bigger correction. But for now, again, similar-ish to the euro, although a little bit less choppy. We're still seeing high lows, high highs, so the bias is when the opportunity arises is more to the upside. Okay, dollar yen. Talking of upside, there's another one still biased towards the upside. Ended up bullish day yesterday for the dollar yen there. It's a slow, painful climb up there effectively at the moment, it seems, and well, you can see the chop in the shorter time frames. For me, it's not worth trying to do anything with on a daily basis, so I'll skip that now. Aussie dollar, well, employment data came in better than expected, but it's then sold off. basically. Following that, breaking. So this was again on this 4-hourly. It had been putting high lows, high highs in there, pitched up there, now broken through there. Quite a bearish sort of signal there at the moment. It may retrace back into sort of range, but not looking pretty at the moment. Again, I shall leave that one alone for that price action. The Canadian dollar, been bearish on this for a while, and it finally is sort of heading south. It was helped by the price of crude. A bit of a bounce over through the Asian session here at the moment, maybe just towards that 21. You could get reversals off that, and 4-hourly 21 I should say, and we could see a continuation here with the lower highs, lower lows. It's much more in line with what we're really seeing with the European currencies to an extent, plus it's got the stronger crude oil prices that have been helping. In fact, I don't know if crude drops back. Let's have a quick look at West Texas even. Yeah, it's still pushing up there, $57 a barrel, so that'll be put oil on over $65 on elsewhere. So okay, so pushing up there, and I've seen bullish comments around crude oil prices at the moment. So at the moment, the CAD pushing, strengthening on that basis. Now a bit messy where it's sitting here. It's, as I said yesterday, it's not particularly great and easy currency to trade intraday. Didn't push up towards its daily pivot at all yesterday, whereas most currencies would have at least had a climb towards it. But as I said, with that higher crude prices, it's making it difficult. There may be opportunities short, maybe later, if we see a break of the 34 back towards the lows and the S1 there, but again, not one of my favourites for intraday trading. So that's where we sit. I wish you a great day, or just anything else in news wise. Well, we have got some US news later on, and actually we've got more European news at 12:30. The ECB monetary policy meeting counts, which had given a little bit more of a kicker to the market in recent months, only because Draghi lied a long time ago and no one trusts him anymore. Or was that just me? Okay, it's just me. Then at 1:30 we've got the core durable goods, as I said. 5:35 if you're trading the Canadian, we've got the Bank of Canada governor speaking. And at 10:30 the Reserve Bank of Australia governor Lowe speaking. So a bit of stuff out later, but really the French and German flash manufacturing service data the key this morning. Have a great day. Bye for now.